I'm going to do my usual reading that I do at the beginning of every event. It's a quote from Ani DeFranco, and it speaks to the voice that we all share and the common human experience and the fact that we all come from different places, and it's really important that we're able to hear what everyone puts out there, despite the fact that we may not agree on everything. I speak without reservation from what I know and who I am. I do so with the understanding that all people should have the right to offer their voice to the chorus. Whether the result is harmony or dissonance, the world song is a colorless dirge without the differences that distinguish us. And it is that difference which should be celebrated, not condemned. Should any part of my words offend you, please do not close your ears to them. Just take what you can use and go on. So we have an extra special addition to our Art of Dissent events that started last month, and Jenny Mignoni is she's been involved with the new local TV station, which is it Truro, Wellesley, Eastham, Orleans, and Brewster?
Yes.
All the public access television station that's being run out of Nauset. Without any further ado, our first poet tonight is someone whose work I have admired for a really, really long time, and I'm so excited that she decided to tell us story tonight. And she's a writer, a very, very funny person, and just an all-around amazing individual. So please welcome to the stage, Candace.
The most disappointing Valentine's Day of my life. But perhaps Valentine's Day, by its very definition, is disappointing. I will preface this tale by saying that I actually love Valentine's Day. I always have. To me, it doesn't matter if you're in love, single, or something in between. It's about love, and there's nothing bad about that. One of my favorite things in life is giving gifts and doing things for other people. And I love hearts, so there you go. It's a match made in heaven, if heaven was a minefield. My tale starts with a realization, one that often comes too late for me, don't they all, that there comes a point in many relationships that you realize you're not having the same relationship with the person that you're with. Sadly, I had that realization on Valentine's Day. I had been dating my then boyfriend for about 7 months for the third or fourth time. I kind of lost count. We had a bit of history. But this time I was determined it was different, so Valentine's Day was going to be special. As a writer dating another writer, there was sure to be some literary influence. A mutual favorite author of ours was Nick Hornby, of High Fidelity and About a Boy fame. I had written a story about his latest book, and thereby knew his PR person, and managed to score my beloved, whom for privacy purposes I will now refer to as Bolt, a signed copy of Juliet Naked. Oh, but the gifts didn't end there. We both also loved the Cameron Crowe movie, Singles. If you've seen the movie, you know it's about a group of friends in grunge-eccentric Seattle, and that the garage door openers play a big part in symbolizing letting someone into your life. So on top of the book, I got him an opener to my garage, sweet, thoughtful, and symbolic. I loved to cook, so I made us a wonderful candlelight dinner. I decided on Asian food. I chopped, and stir-fried. The dinner was wonderful. The crowning glory was dessert. I decided to make homemade fortune cookies. Yes, I'm a little insane. Making these thin, momentarily flexible cookies, placing a fortune inside each of them, and folding them before they shatter like your romantic dreams isn't as easy as you might think. Stained thematic, and I made long, thin strips of lines from Nick Hornby books as fortunes. I told you, I'm crazy. Lines like, people worry about kids playing with guns and teenagers watching violent videos. We are scared that some sort of cultural violence will take them over. Nobody worries about kids listening to thousands, literally thousands of songs about broken hearts and rejection and pain and misery and loss. And another good one was, it's no good pretending that any relationship has a future if your record collections disagree violently, or if your favorite films wouldn't even speak to each other if they met at a party. In retrospect, I probably should have picked some nice Jane Austen quotes, not the poster child for man-children everywhere in Hornby. Nonetheless, I could not wait to give him my heartfelt Gibson dinner. I dressed up in my best fancy finery, meaning, yes, I was wearing extremely uncomfortable lingerie under my dress. I waited. Yes, he was late, but as I waited, I pondered what he'd be bringing me. Roses in my favorite color, the palest pink. Maybe some clothes, fancy chocolate. My mind reeled with possibilities. When he finally arrived, he came in bearing a bunch of slightly limp, cellophane-wrapped supermarket flowers and a card. I opened the card hoping for that elusive, never-uttered word, love. But there was no love, only an XO bolt. Okay, so gifts aren't everything. Just because I loved going all out didn't mean everyone did. I would rally. It was all good. He loved the book, but when he opened the garage door opener, I couldn't help but notice a look of slight discomfort. Some might even say panic on his face. It was in this very moment the realization hit. I was moving this train forward, and he was looking for the nearest exit. Different relationships. 3 weeks later, we had an uncomfortable conversation that started with, "We need to talk." Never a good sign. Bolt had decided, for the third or fourth time, that this wasn't working for him, and after 8 months, we split once again. I was sitting in my kitchen after he'd gone, crying, trying to decide if 9 a.m. was too early for ice cream, when he walked back in. He placed the garage door remote on the counter. Oh, truly a stab through the heart. "I thought I should give you this back," he said. I wanted to throw it at him or dramatically crush it with my food, but I didn't. That thing cost like $20. We spent all those years talking about stuff we had in common, and the last few months noticing all the ways we were different, and it broke both our hearts. Baby in Hornby